Welcome Aries. This is your July 6th through July 12th forecast. And for you, what's being highlighted is spiritual growth and development with Uranus entering Gemini on July 7th. We're going to get you some messages here, see how that's going to influence you. So we have the King of Wands here. So we definitely have you receiving revelations, new insights, new strategies, new philosophies that are coming in through to you. I also feel like you are balancing out the divine masculine and divine feminine qualities quite well. This is really a continuation on what we talked about last week. I believe it was you, Aries, that was just made these leaps and bounds in your spiritual advancement and growth here. So this is really that continuation of that, and you're continuing to balance things quite beautifully, body, mind, and soul, and also in the 3D here with those masculine and feminine qualities here. We also have the Four of Wands, so we have you continuing to ascend. And for those of you who were worried or who were like, I don't know that quite resonates with me last week, maybe it'll resonate with you this week, because we still have you on that ascension ladder, like going up and up and up and continuing to raise your frequency and vibration. And we know that no matter how high you get, how far you get, there's always more. That's the beauty of it. There's always more. So no limits. And so much more knowledge and wisdom to come to you. Okay, closing out old cycles as well. So you're literally closing out, and this could be just some remnants here that have remained here. For others of you, it's actually closing those cycles out now and opening and stepping into new portals here. But it's all here. We have new beginnings, new portals, new revelations, and old cycles closing out and ending. So what else is going to be the focus here for Aries? So we have a distant friend. That is so interesting. We have two dogs here. So dogs may have some sort of spiritual significance to you. I'm also hearing that someone may have recently lost a pet or a loved one, animal, and I'm so sorry to hear that. I feel like this is a really, really strong indication and confirmation that they are always with you. So it doesn't have to specifically be a dog, but it could absolutely be an animal or a loved one in some way. So definitely here sending you that unconditional love and support, letting you know they're okay, and continuing to support you on your journey here just in the 3D. Oh, I'm sorry, just in the spiritual realm. So we have the High Priestess here, and I also want to say here, 3D was right for some of you, because some of you still do have your pets in the flesh here and on this timeline with you, experiencing this journey with you, and they are offering you that unconditional love and support. So make time for them is what I'm hearing. So some of you need to get that extra walk in with them, or just spend time with them, or pet them, whatever it is that makes you feel good and makes them feel good. We also have the High Priestess here. So I want to look at challenges now. So we have the High Priestess and with the World here. Okay. So even still, with you having the opportunity to close out these cycles, there may still be some underlying beliefs or traditions or thoughts, patterns that may be continuing to place some sort of hold on you, or that haven't quite been fleshed completely the whole way out. So even though we know we're on that higher frequency, that doesn't mean that everything's perfect and that we're not still growing and learning along the way. So there may be new things that are now coming to the surface that need to be addressed, or it could still be some older patterns here, some older beliefs, some older thoughts here that are coming to the forefront for you. And it may test you. It may absolutely test you with the High Priestess coming out here as well. And you may need to reinforce, even if it's through your speech, that you have transitioned to greater timelines, to higher levels. You've ascended, and you are on a new journey here. You have a new beginning here. So in whatever way you affirm that to the universe, to your being and you connect with your truth is what you're being guided to do here that may be beneficial here. And like I said, that could come through affirmations, that could come through a meditation, that could come through journaling, or any other practice that you do utilize to speak that into existence. Let's look at underlying here. All right, so what else about that? We have Nine of Pentacles. So just regulating those emotions, continuing to work on that, continuing to balance that. We know that emotional intelligence is something that you do grow, you continue to work on, you continue to work towards. So that's not something you can just say like, oh, I'm emotionally intelligent and then that's it. Like, no, it is work, it is effort, just like general intelligence, and growing that and strengthening that. It is a journey, it's a process, and you may be very far along that process. But there may be those moments where you find like, oh, you know what? Well, I didn't quite respond in the most constructive way there. So those little moments may come up still for you. But that doesn't mean that you haven't advanced. That doesn't mean that you completely reverted back to your old self. It just means that it's showing you more of who you are and more ways that you can continue to grow and to adjust and to change. And that's according to your expectations and what you want for yourself, not according to anybody else's expectations of where you should be and how you should be. Okay, so I did just want to make that clarification there. So let's look at beliefs here. Let's see. All right, so we have Page of Swords here. All right. So you definitely feel like you are, you know and trust in yourself, and you have the abilities and skills to accomplish your goals, to continue advancing yourself along your path and journey. But again, there may be sort of these beliefs underlying that are getting in the way here in some cases, not all cases, or it's not all the time. It's just maybe things that are coming up that are bubbling to the surface that you are being guided to be honest about, because some of you may not be being honest, you may not be seeing things clearly, but this is really that time to allow yourself to see things clearly, to work through things, to journal, to reflect, whatever it is that you need to do to ensure that you fully understand what's going on and you're being truthful and honest with yourself, and identifying those ways where you can continue to grow and you need to learn some lessons, and ensure that you're learning those lessons and moving on. So let's look at your approach here. So we have the Two of Cups. So you're really open. So that's wonderful to see. There may also be soul family out here that can support you during this time. So that's really coming up for a lot of individuals this week. So connect, network, and do and share what you feel comfortable with doing and sharing, okay? So I feel like there's a lot of knowledge and wisdom out there, and like-minded individuals that are working on the same thing that you can connect with. This may also be like coaches or mentors, or just anyone within your working environment or your community, or again just maybe online, just any of those individuals that you feel a connection with, and you may, some of them know and know that they have your best interest in mind, and others you may want to just kind of watch their content, or just explore any information, any education that they're putting out there, and take from that and receive inspiration and guidance and a little bit of knowledge from that as well to help you on your journey. So however it works for you, there's knowledge and information everywhere out there available, basically, is the point of it. All right, so let's look at externally here. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's definitely others going through your journey. They're on a similar journey. And just more of you connecting and sharing what you feel comfortable, and receiving more of that support that you're already giving and providing to yourself. So continue to do that and provide that to yourself, but also get out into your community in whatever way you feel good doing, to connect with other like-minded individuals. So let's look at some outcomes here and guidance. So we do have the Six of Pentacles here. So we do have you also being support to others as well. So that's a really great point for us. It's not about you just receiving the help. It's about you helping as well. So others are seeing you, they're being inspired by you, and you are helping them on their journey just as much as they or others like them may be helping you. Okay. All right, we also have the Emperor here showing up. So this is literally you showing up stronger, powerful, more knowledgeable, with more wisdom, and in like your full glory. You being fully aligned with you and who you are and what you came here to do. So this, to me, no gender here. This is just you being the boss, being that powerful being, that strong entity energy that you are, and you accomplishing and achieving the things that you have set out for yourself, and you progressing along your journey to fulfilling your goals of ultimately why you came here. Okay? Let's see, what else do we have here? I'm going to take both of these because that looked like it wanted to come out here. So we have wish fulfillment and acceptance. So wonderful. So wonderful. So we do have you accepting who you are, accepting your power, accepting the energy of you as source, knowing that you are all and a part of all, and you connecting and more aligned with who you authentically are, so that you can connect on that frequency where you are receiving more abundance, more blessings. So you have you reaching your goals here and making progress towards them. So success, victory, accomplishment, reward is what is the outcome for you. Wonderful. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles as well. So this is fulfillment in the areas home, family, finances, spirituality. There are no limits. There's nothing you can't accomplish and achieve. And you can have victory in all areas. It's totally up to you what you're desiring and what's important to you and where you want to place your focus. Okay, what else? So we have you as a high-ranking starseed, earth angel, and divine soul. That is so wonderful because we are talking about how you are shifting here. You've ascended and you are continuing to do so because you are remembering who you are, that starseed, that earth angel, that individual that is divinely guided, has a path set for them to uplift humanity in some way, and you are following along that path quite nicely here. This is that confirmation of that. Really wonderful to see and to receive that affirmation. So we have solitude. So you getting in those self-care practices may be really critical to you this week. So ensure that you do that in whatever way feels good to you, whether it's journaling, exercising, meditating, getting out into nature, whatever it is that you do to replenish yourself, absolutely do that. And also be sure to give yourself the love and compassion that you give to others and that you know you deserve. Okay? Because oftentimes we do skip over ourselves and we're like very much focused on helping others and being there for others and leading others and guiding others. But this is about you taking the time to also give yourself that unconditional love and support that you give to others. Give it to yourself. Give yourself that forgiveness, that understanding, that compassion, that patience, all of those wonderful things and ways that you support others. Support yourself in that way as well. We also have 2 9s here, so I'm going to take that as a message, master number 99, and I am going to put a link in the description to a short on that. So if you are interested in that, learning more about that master number, there are going to be some messages there for you. So you can also just Google it if that's something that interests you. So let's see what else. Okay, let's go here. So we have activation. Wonderful, because I believe we talked about that last week about how you are being activated. Okay, so there's some gifts, some talents, some abilities. The reason why you came here, you are becoming more and more aligned with that. And now, yeah, those codes are coming through, and those gifts and talents and abilities are being heightened, they're being elevated, and you are being activated in so many different ways. And it's going to be different for everyone depending on your purpose and why you came here. But the confirmation of that activation is here. So thank you so much for that. What else? So we have love partnerships. So you working on you, allowing yourself to be more authentically you, is aligning you with your life partner. So that could be someone that you're currently with, or it could be coming towards you. But this is really about you feeling whole and complete, and your partner feeling whole and complete, and you two working towards your purpose together, and growing and developing yourself separately but also together. So if that's the type of healthy love that you're in, that partnership, that commitment, that is wonderful. If that's something you're desiring, then it is showing up here. Okay? If that is, you're in a partnership and that's not one that you do have, then that is something that's being brought up to the surface, to your attention, and it's up to you to decide how you want to proceed there. All right, let's get 2 more here before we close out. So we have wisdom. Wonderful, wonderful. So all the knowledge and wisdom coming to you, you're opening yourself up and being available to receive those signs, those synchronicities, those downloads, those messages. You are opening yourself up to that. Also, the 2 and the 7, the 27 is given 9, so 999 may be spiritually significant to you. We also have another 9 here, so that's actually 4 9s. So we have 9999. So Aries, like, I'm gonna need you to put in the comments here what you are doing. That could be of help to all of us here, but you are advancing so fast, so far, so wonderful to see. And you are truly an inspiration to others. Okay, let's get one more here before we close out. So we do have temptation. And there may be an unhealthy habit here that needs your attention. So this is really about you forgiving yourself and forgiving others, and really working to understand, like, why is it that you're desiring these things? Why is it that you're in that particular instance, in that space, feeling that unalignment, and how you can get yourself back into alignment. So how you can allow yourself not to be distracted by those temptations that are out there. And I also want to say before I close out here that there may be some spiritual significance here with the owl as well. I wanted to say that, but then I got distracted. But yeah, so if that is something that is calling to you, you may want to look that up, because guaranteed there are going to be some messages there for you as well. All right, Aries, so that would conclude all the messages I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great week.